Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Kelvin here. I have something to confess. After I found out that Tesla is finally available in Singapore, I have been itching to get a Tesla. In fact, the itch grew after seeing Chicken Genius get a 超级 by Tesla. And during Darren's interview, I even tried out sitting in Alvin's Tesla by sitting at the back, at the front, and even in the trunk. Don't judge. And wow, the itch didn't go away. In fact, I wanted to buy a Tesla even more. So in this video, I will explore whether I should get a Tesla or not. What's the price of a Tesla in Singapore? Not just price, what's the real price? What are the real reasons of getting a car in Singapore? And most importantly, whether should you or I consider getting a Tesla in Singapore. But before I start, I would greatly appreciate it if you can help to tap the like button because it will help out the channel a lot. In return, I will show you a 超级 by Lion. Alright, let's not waste any time and let's start right now. Some of you will know that most of my portfolio is in Tesla. So obviously, I'm a big fan of Elon Musk and Tesla. Earlier this year, the moment I knew that Tesla is finally available here in Singapore, I went to check out Tesla website to see if I can afford it. Because, you know, Singapore's car is well known to be expensive and I thought to myself, how bad can it be? Let's check out the Model 3. If you get the Standard Range Plus, it will cost you around $78,000. But the performance will cost you $95,000. Sure, you can go from 0 to 100 in 3.3 seconds. But most of the time, we will need to go from 0 to 100 in 3.3 seconds unless we are running away from zombies. So let's change it back to Standard Range Plus. Next, the default is a white paint, but I personally like black because as they say, once you go black, you never go back. Wow, it costs $1,500 for a black paint. You can almost buy 1 year worth of fish with Chai Fan with that money. Never mind, let's change it back. Next, you can choose two kinds of wheels. The sport wheel will cost you $2,000. And you thought the Apple CPU wheel are expensive. Never mind, let's change it back. As for the interior, I like it black, so let's keep it at that. Next, you have FSD at $11,500. Now, full self-driving is good because the car will drive for you automatically. It's like buying a chauffeur and locking him up in your car. But in this case, the chauffeur is the Tesla computer, yeah? However, full self-driving isn't really available yet, and I'm poor, so let's skip this feature for now. Let's check out the price breakdown. If you get a Tesla Model 3, there's a vehicle emission scheme rebate and electric vehicle early adopter incentive which adds up to $45,000. The savings are actually quite huge, otherwise the car will be way more expensive. Tesla also included a 12 months road test for you, which is about $2,900. So the total cost of the car is already $113,000, which is actually not cheap at all. If you check out the cheaper cars, it's only around $70,000 to $80,000, and Tesla is already 50% more expensive than that. But I guess that is to expected because Tesla has a computer in it. By the way, the $113,000 doesn't include COE. Just in case you do not know, COE is basically a license to own a car in Singapore for 10 years only. Right now, this piece of paper is half the price of the car, at $58,000. I'm starting to realize how poor I am, but let's continue. The $113,000 is only if you pay in full, but I don't have that much upfront cash, so let's change it to loan. If you take an 84-month loan, the interest rate is 3.2% and you will need to pay $1,507 every month. So let's calculate this. The cost of the car with loan is $1,507 times 84 months, which is $126,588. COE is $58,306. Total road test for 10 years is $26,334. But that's not all because we still have to park our car. HDB season parking is $110. That's $13,200 over 10 years. Finally, we have ERP. Unless you purposely avoid ERP timing, you have to pay ERP. Let's estimate ERP to be $30 a month. That's $3,600 over 10 years. That brings the total cost of Tesla to be around $228,028. That's a little expensive. It's like half the price of my HDB. Why are cars so expensive in Singapore? I haven't included charging costs, servicing, and insurance. Wait, let me call a few friends to ask what they think. Hey Darren, I heard you are going to buy a Tesla soon, right? How do you justify getting a Tesla?
It's a very hard decision. It's not easy because I've never driven, and in Singapore, we don't need a car. Public transport is really good. I've never been into cars. I've always been into gadgets. So it's a big gadget, software driven, and I'm a big investor and fan of Tesla. And all it costs a lot of money is 200,000 Sing dollars. It's the most expensive Tesla in the world. I'm not paying all of it upfront. I'm paying $2,000 a month if I get a Tesla Model 3. And I'm hoping to basically lift it up to other income sources. So that's my plan. Halfway,
the cost benefit analysis, like the amount of time that you can save and the inconvenience, especially when you're kids. It's a lot easier to ferry them around, especially when you have to pick them up from school, bringing them to visit the grandparents and things like that.
No, I'm fine taking bus and MRT.
But you have 2 kids, right? You don't have to send them to school or shopping mall?
No, they can walk.
Seems like there's no way that getting a Tesla is a good decision. But speaking of making good decisions, you can learn new skills in Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of online classes for all sorts of topics. They got tons of classes on personal finance, stock investing, and options trading. I'm always looking for ways to improve my life, not just financially, but also spiritually. Yes, that's a real thing. Right now, I'm taking a class called Meditation 101, Spark Joy, Peace, and Creativity in Your Daily Life by Tan Tan Liu. In this class, I learned some simple meditation techniques like how to breathe, how to sit, and what should you think about when you are meditating. And I feel that after a few sessions, meditating has really helped me to feel more relaxed and be at ease. So, because Skillshare is sponsoring this video, the first 1,000 people to use the link down in the description will get 1 month free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. In this 1 month of free Skillshare, you can take dozens of classes from creativity to entrepreneur to improving your life. So go click the link in the description. Sure, you get to support this channel, but more importantly, you get to learn tons of new stuff from Skillshare. And with that being said, let's get back to debating whether I should get a Tesla or not. According to data, Singapore's car ownership rate is about 11%. Compare that to the US, which is almost 80% and 50% for Europe. So Singapore is definitely one of the lowest rates among the more developed countries. It's definitely due to the strict policies by the government, like limiting the total number of cars in Singapore, as well as super expensive car tax like the COE. So I wanted to find out, why do people own cars in Singapore? Someone asked this question in Sydney. Someone answered, financially, it's almost never worth it to own a car, since it's a depreciating asset. It will only make sense to own a car if you need it for your job, like a taxi driver, or your profession need to travel around quickly. In Reddit, someone outlined several reasons to own a car, like work in some remote part of Singapore, need to send your family around, meeting customers, driving a Grab, and so on. And in my case, I don't really fit into any of these criteria. My workplace is in CBD, where transport is very convenient. I don't need to meet customers because I'm just a normal programmer and YouTuber wannabe. I then tried asking my friends whether getting a car is a good idea or not.
Short answer is not yet. You're going to grow your income base, cover all the basic necessities, and once you're ready and once you're there, then Tesla is going to be a very good option. Probably wait for 1 or 2 years, and especially for someone who's new to the EV world, it gives you better EV charging infrastructure, it gives you a better financial cushion to make sure that you've got the right buffer for it, and it gives you time to do research, ride with more friends, experience it a little bit more, so that you come in with a more informed decision.
If you're going to bring in positive cash flow, then definitely you should do it. But if it's just for vanity or just to impress someone, I think it's a liability.
$200,000. Wow, so expensive. You sure you want to buy? I think it's better to buy the Tesla shares than the Tesla car. Yes, to the moon!
A while back, I did some calculations to compare the cost of buying a car versus taking Grab. Let's say I stay at Boon Lay and I work at Changi Airport for whatever reason. A Grab ride will cost $30. Let's say I take Grab to work and back, so there's 2 rides a day. Let's assume I go to work on weekdays, so that's around 22 days a month. Let's also assume I bring my family to visit Changi Airport every Saturday, because why not? So that's extra 4 days a month. Over 12 months, I will spend $18,720 on Grab. Over 10 years, I will spend $187,200 on Grab. That's still way cheaper than getting Tesla in Singapore. So yeah, getting a Tesla in Singapore doesn't make any sense financially. But what if I want to get Tesla just as a splurge? You know, some of you like Pao Cha, some of you like Gucci bags and those Nike shoes with those little ticks. For me, well, it's a Tesla car. You guys always tell me in the comments, right? Life is short, live a little. So let's assume I'm an average programmer with an average pay, because I am. According to pay scale, I will earn around $52,000 per year, or $4,300 a month. After I willingly give CBF 20% of my pay, remaining take-home pay is $3,476. According to the general budgeting advice, I can only spend 30% of my income on my wants. So 30% of $3,476, I only have $1,042 for my wants. And Tesla costs about $1,900 per month. I can't afford to get a Tesla. But if I want to own a Tesla, how much should I be earning then? If I take the monthly cost of Tesla, which is $1,900, divided by 30% of my budgeting once, then divided by 80% of my CPF contribution. At minimum, I will need to earn $7,916. I seriously need to ask for a pay raise. I think I've just went through the 5 stages of grief throughout this whole process. Denial, anger, bargaining, definitely a bit of depression, and now finally acceptance. I've come to accept that I'm not a rich boy and I can't afford to buy a Tesla. I think I've learned something from all of this, and that's something called opportunity cost. Basically, it's whenever you do something, you give up something else. In this case, if I spend $200,000 on Tesla, I'm giving out the chance to grow my wealth. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say if I invested that $200,000 over 10 years into a simple S&P 500, assuming that the S&P 500 continues to give 10% return like it did in the past, after 10 years, I will already have almost $400,000. If I were to use the 4% rule, which is to live off my investments, I would easily have $1,332 to use every month, which is actually more than enough for me to achieve financial independence and quit my job to do the things that I like to do, like travel the world or start a side business or giving lame financial advice on YouTube. So yeah, it all comes down to this: own a Tesla for 10 years or achieve financial independence. I think the answer is very clear for me. Obviously, it's Tesla. Just kidding. Obviously, it's financial independence. Actually, if you think about it, money is just a tool to get what you want. Some of us use it to buy phone every year. Others use it to buy their health. For me, the best thing that money can buy is my freedom, because it's much more meaningful than just owning Tesla for 10 years. But you know what? Even if I can't get a Tesla car, I can still afford to buy a Tesla stock. And that's almost the same thing, I guess. So right now, it doesn't make sense for me to get a Tesla or even to get a car. But will I be able to get a Tesla one day? I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, that's all for today. Any of you guys getting a Tesla? Let me know down below. Like, share and subscribe, as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.